What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the walkthrough of Seller Central Part 6 now. And what I'm going to be explaining today is how to reconcile your FBA shipments. And what do I mean by that? Well, Amazon's not always perfect. If you can imagine, they got warehouse workers who aren't paid a whole lot, and sometimes they don't care if they get things right. So they lose your inventory. And that can really suck and be very frustrating. But Amazon is really good about making sure they compensate you. And they don't just compensate you for the cost, they compensate you for what you would have sold it for, which is really nice. However, you need to keep documentation, like whether it's a receipt or a purchase order or an invoice, that you actually bought the amount that you sent in. That way, you can actually prove that you're not lying to them and that they actually lost your inventory. So if you have been selling for a while, you probably are already familiar with how this whole process works. But if you are new, maybe you are not. So I'm going to show you. What you would do is you would come up to the inventory tab and scroll down to Manage FBA Shipments. Once you get there, you're going to have the whole list here of shipments that you have sent to Amazon. Now, right here, you're going to see two columns. You're going to see the shipped column and the received column. And sometimes there is a discrepancy between the two. And whenever there is, Amazon's already aware that they didn't receive what you said you shipped. So that would be when you can go in and reconcile the inventory. So let's just say, for instance, let's look at one of mine here. Let's see. I'm going to look at, sorry, this should be very simple, this one. So I'll go into the shipment. And you're going to see this reconcile tab right here, okay? Now, most of the time, they're going to ask you to wait, unless it's already been quite some time since you sent the shipment in and they said they received it. They're going to ask you to wait, especially if you have the inventory placement service option enabled in your FBA settings. And basically what they're going to say is inventory placement is complicated. Before we can reconcile your shipment, there needs to be enough time for your products to reach their intended fulfillment centers. And blah, 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 blah. I don't need to read it to you. You'll be able to read when you see it. But if it's been some time, so when July 25th comes, if they have not put all of my inventory that I sent in into stock, then I will be able to tell them to investigate it. And if they come back and find that, hey, we don't know where your inventory is, they'll pay me for it. As long as I have an invoice or receipt of some kind, then they'll go ahead and pay me. So, yeah. You're probably going to want to make sure you stay on top of things because Amazon's not always perfect. They don't always place your inventory in places that they'll remember. So anyway, hopefully this will save you. Anyway, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and that like button. If you have any questions, put them in the comment box below. But this was pretty simple, so I don't think you'll have any. But maybe you will. So, all right. See you.